Thomas, I'm going to send you a short video because sometimes people don't like to read too much and you never know. Here, a little bit what I'm going to tell you that I can help a bunch of startups. Lawyer by training. I actually have done a lot of revision of contracts. For example, in this case, Nikki, she's a friend of mine, and we actually lived together for some time. We share apartment, and I helped her review a bunch of her contracts. She has a payments company that works based on credit cards and the point accumulation, and I helped her revise a bunch of her contracts. That can help in some cases with some startups. In addition to that, sales and trade. I worked in basically with the largest accounts, some of the largest accounts in the world, Carrefour and Lido. And in the 2007, 2009, you remember the financial crisis, okay? I, at that point, delivered 14%, 50%, and 23% growth, which for FMCG, you will probably know that it's, when you're selling canned food and detergents, you get 2, 3, 5%, depending on inflation. And that was what I was delivering. So I'm quite, I know my way around negotiations. I can help understand if a company has the right strategy or doesn't. Marketing and branding, as I said, Unilever, the most important company I would say for marketing and the instruction, and especially on the branding side. And you can see that it's not only doing the branding, but also doing real stuff. For example, here you have a campaign. In 2010, I did this PR event with David Villa with the Spanish press. It was the national striker of the team that had won the World Cup, and we did an ad and we executed, and then we also had to do a PR event. So I'm quite good at doing this kind of stuff, so I can help companies in the execution or understand if they can do that themselves. In Samsung, the strategy and C-level management, managing C-level Korean employees, as you know, EVPs and SVPs is quite challenging. Then in 3D printing, I started the Hewlett Packard's business in APAC. I onboarded, I don't want to be but that's the reality, onboarded 22 partners from Japan, Korea, Taiwan, China mainly, also some from India and some from Southeast Asia, but especially very focused on North Asia. I did cold calling, so I know BD inside out, so I can really help understand if a company has the right approach. Build the teams from 1 to 5, from 0 to 1, but also from 1 to 5 or 1 to 3. Meaning the scale from 0 to 10, okay? I help build the team, structure the plan, everything. And after that, I think that this is quite important is it's basically being startup. So I know what the importance of pitching. For example, in this project, these slides are maybe not going to be that relevant, okay? But this is a project that we did for Audi, and we had to pitch we really wanted them to get to invest. It's a 4D printing project. I managed this team of engineers that I can tell you the PhDs and research staff, that was incredibly challenging. So I'm aware and how important it is to transform your communication, to make it powerful, so you can actually get a team like Audi to buy into this. Offline execution, the Smile Gym, just show you that this is, I execute this with my team, obviously, but that was the one on top. And I can send you a video of how I'm actually pushing customers into the store. As you can see, for example, this was the PR event. You can't see the press here, but there was press. And we did all this event with all these beautiful people and all this, okay? But I'm quite prepare for that kind of skill set, okay? And to understand if the company has that team that can do it or what the strategy, and end-to-end marketing, lead, sales, customer service flow, everything, all centralized with a CRM system that you can look at many different systems from email marketing, but in the end, it all ends up in a Salesforce or a hotspot. And then here, you'll say, well, do you really know? Look, this is just an example of something I did for an application I was talking to this company, and they're like, hey, can you visualize our own sales flow? This is a prop seller, okay? And they wanted me to look at their sales flow, and they wanted me just to write it down. And I'm like, no, I love this, and let's look at all the data points. What are the key metrics, impressions, visibility, and social media? How are we going to hit it? What information is going to go into what systems we're going to be using? Which are the key identifiers? And I did this in an afternoon, okay, in 2 hours. It just, so I can really go with really high speed, helping startups execute. This is a little bit of what I wanted to give you. I think it was 4 minutes and a half.